broken silicone seal, don't ignore it. It's not a big job, but it could turn into a big job if you let that carry on. Let me show you how to fix it. The first job you want to do before you reseal your bath is have a little investigation as to why the seal broke in the first place. Now, most of the time it's just general wear and tear, but sometimes it could be because there's a little bit of movement in the bath. So now we need to get under the bath and have a look at what's going on under there. There's actually nothing supporting that back edge. All we're going to do is put a little upstand in there, secure it into the wall, drill and plug, and that'll really brace it. Now when you do put this in, it's really important we get it up as tight as possible. So if you can, get someone to just lift the bath up, so when you secure this, we know we've got as tight a seal as possible. There we go. We're solid, we're good to go with the seal. We're now ready to remove our silicone seal. Now here's a little tip for you. Spray it with some grease spray all the way around, and that will really help to loosen it off. This little thing, which is actually specifically designed to just get silicone out. You should find that the old seal will just come away. I'm going to continue this all the way around. If you do get any stubborn bits, that's when this comes in really handy. Now be careful, because that is a sharp blade. Right, that's pretty much all of the silicone out now. Get yourself a dry sponge first. If you wetten it, then what happens is all the tiny little bits of silicone will stick to it, and as you spread it around, you basically just spread it. So use a dry sponge first and just get rid of everything. I just normally sweep it into the bath. And if there are any little stubborn bits, that's when you can now wet the scoury part and have a good little scrub around. It is important, try and get rid of every tiny little bit, because you don't want it coming into your new silicone seal. We're going to use some white methylated spirits to take off this grease. Now, that is a chemical, so let's make sure we put our safety gloves on. And then just onto a bit of tissue and give the whole area a good scrub. Get you a tub of silicone, preferably go for one with an anti-mold sort of resistant factor in it. It is worth it. Unscrew the top, and that little nozzle there just gets cut off with our handheld knife, making sure you cut away from your body, and we just screw that back on. Now this is the really important bit, how we cut the nozzle. Now you can see that's quite flat at the moment. You actually want to cut it at a 45-degree angle, again, away from your body. If you've got a little lip like that, just follow it round carefully, just nip at it, get it away. You want a really clean cut on there. And that angle is what's going to give you your nice neat finish. But remember how I said it's got that little bit of play in it? Well, that will naturally happen when you fill it up with water. You imagine all that water, all that weight, and then yourself in there, that's quite a bit of pressure, and it will just drop a couple of millimeters, and that can be enough to break our seal. So fill it up with water, we've already got that weight, and then we seal it. There we go, nice full bath of water, and you might just be able to pick this up now. Now compared to earlier, that gap has definitely opened by a mil or two. So that's why it's really important that we put the water in here to give that weight. Just go round again. All around the edges. And make sure you don't fall in. Just have on hand your tissues and a bucket of water. Push it into the gap, and at a slight angle, just slowly pull the silicone gun back. Take your time. This is my cheeky little tip. It's really, really good. This is just an old cleaning up bowl, filled up to here with water, and then just a dash of washing up liquid. Spray this over your seal. And what this is going to do is make the surface below and above your silicone very greasy. And we know that silicone won't stick to a greasy environment. Wet your finger first. That's really nice and tight. No excess is sticking above or below, because if you can see, it all comes off of my finger. Just leave this water in here for about 24 hours. It just allows that silicone seal to really go off nice and tight. It's looking good. Just a little test. Just press it slightly with your finger. Not leaving a mark on me, so it's completely dry. I can empty the water now. So there you have it, a resealed bath. It's not that expensive to do, and just think of how much it could have cost you if you'd ignored it. Now that is a job worth doing.